Welcome, everybody, to another Joshie stream, or the VOD if you're watching the VOD, or the split off parts of the VOD. I quite enjoyed doing this on the last 30 levels, I think it was. And should be fun to do it again. But as you can see, I added a little something to the layout here. I added a death count of where I'm at so far in the set. So what I did was I wasn't keeping track of this before. I didn't think to include a death counter. So I actually went back to all the videos so far of this series and like ×4, watched it on ×4 speed, sometimes ×3, just to kind of count how many times I died from the start to now, and I counted 264. It's possible I might have missed one, or this is one extra. And of course there are some bits where I kind of cut out uninteresting recorded proportions of several different episodes. And so those don't include that because I have no way of knowing if I died or not in that process. And I think I did, but it is what it is. It's just for fun. And I'm going to try my best to update it every time I do die, and cooking the level does count towards that too, because if you can't solve it, you lost. So that includes dying, restarting levels, cooking levels, stuff like that. And I would have included it down where the other stats are down here, but I had no room for it without sacrificing something like the look at the stats image or my webcam. I guess I could have made my webcam window a little smaller, but I didn't want to mess with it too much, so I just utilized the little blank bar below where the hint is displayed. I think that's mainly used for volume control and like sound control in the game, but I've never used it for that purpose. So that's where it's going to be. We left off on level 131, Underground Optimization Derby. And this was originally a Joshie 6 level. I made this mainly as filler for that set. And it is obviously very optimization based. All traps are open and are mainly for Lynx players. There are 3 extra chips. So it's literally TSP is the gist of it. I have no idea what the fastest route is in this. I don't know too much about optimization stuff other than I grinded CCLP2 and a little bit of LP1. Okay, the exit was right here. And that is that level. Pretty simple, pretty quick. Ending it with 69 seconds is always fun. Better than 67. I don't know why 67 is a meme, but I guess that means I'm old because I don't get it. I don't know why my hair is like this. My hair just looks weird tonight. Okay, so I'm also going to do a live update of the counts, because I kind of did it all at once at the end of the last one. And didn't really care for that. So we're going to do it at the end of every level. Well, as I stream. If I stream it, it's going to be done right after the level. If it's a typical 10 level recording, I'll just do it at the end of the 10 levels. Stupid rap song. I'm going to need some context of that. I don't know what that is referring to. Unless my videos have ads or something, or man, every time I get behind this damn computer, I get interrupted. And since I'm streaming, I don't know how to mute myself. Well, I did, but 6-7 is a rap song. Oh. Okay. Oh, come on. Jesus fucking Christ, man.
Bummer.
Oh, I gotta update that. Hold on. It's gonna be a lot of updating in between attempts, but that'll probably just make it take longer.
Bummer.
Yeah, whatever. Okay. Anyway, I shouldn't be interrupted anymore. I mean, I guess I should probably verify that, but it's what you get for living at home still. Well, anyway, this level is not very well designed. There's no real pattern to these gliders. It's just they just kind of scatter everywhere. How did I miss that one? The only noteworthy thing about this level that I can say is the level title is I stole from Trevor off of one of his CCLP3 Let's Play videos. I think it was Water Trap was the episode. So that just tells you how old the level title is. What set did this come from? Was this L3? I think this was L3. Yeah, I think it was L3. Alright, pole position. This is not the original pole position I made. This is the ordinary one that Tyler made. And it does improve it. I don't think it really fixes the problem with this idea, but I've always liked it. It was one of those levels I made back in Joshie.dat where the concept is kind of original. I don't know about now, but at the time I made it, it was. And I can just exit now, but I'm gonna go for the bonus hint by doing a couple more extra cycles. Oh, that works. No, this area is for fireballs only. Please just go to the exit. Good hint. Okay, so that one... what does ordinary fall under? Does it go into other? Am I counting that as an other level, or am I counting it as Joshie.dat? I'm probably going to do Joshie.dat because that's where the source came from. So I'm wondering what levels am I missing out of Joshie.dat, because it was a 150 level set. I have 147 levels accounted for. So there's 3 I'm clearly not including in here, and I'm not sure which ones those are. I don't think it's the ordinary ones, though. Those gravity boots are locked in. Find another pair. The thief is here in case you don't want them anymore. Gravity distortion. Alright, we're going to be here for a while. This is a pretty block-heavy level. So how are we all feeling about end of the year events, Christmas and all that stuff? I think I'm at that age where I think Christmas, I don't want to say it lost its meaning to me, but it's definitely different than it was a couple years ago. Didn't really ask for a whole lot. I asked for a new computer desk because the one I've had is I've had it for about 10 or 11 years or so, and it's still good, in good condition. It's just outdated compared to the rest of my room. Looking forward to getting a NS2. Nintendo Switch 2, I am guessing that's what it is. Can't think of what else it would be. Okay, let's move this one up here. And I'm gonna get this one. Yeah, I'm not gonna get too into it, but... And honestly, I don't remember if I even talked about it during one of my videos in this series. I probably did. Because my memory's kind of going pretty bad. Well, not bad, but I'm more fuzzy-headed than I've ever been. Oh, damn it. But I have no interest in getting the Nintendo Switch 2. Did it again. There we go. My brother has one, so if I really want to play something on the Switch 2, I can just use his. I actually bought a Switch Lite from my other brother, who wasn't using it. I think he only used it once and put it back in the box and never touched it. This is weird. Oh, this is where the suction boots are. Okay. Well, that's fine and dandy. I can see why I included them. Yeah, we can just do this. Yeah, that would have been pretty annoying to go back and forth in that teleport for just a single block. Well, actually, you could have gotten all of them without the suction boots. I'm wondering if I should just get rid of them. I don't need them anymore. Yeah, let's just get rid of them. I used them for their purpose. So now I can just slide up with the block. Yeah, I really need to think of what to talk about when it comes to these these long block pushing levels, because they're going to be pretty boring to watch without anything being said. But I must admit, I wasn't really feeling like streaming tonight. And I think because I ate dinner so fast right before starting, or even, yeah, right before starting, I think that made me more tired than anything else. Alright, that is gravity distortion done. Nothing interesting. Alright, well, was that? That was L3. Definitely. That was definitely L3. Alright, all the water. This is a good meme. Literally only made this because, well, two reasons. The meme was funny. Hey, future Joshie here. You might have noticed a lot of cuts and edits in this video so far, and this was due to the lingering fact that I was just not in a good headspace during this recording streaming session. I was incredibly tired and just never should have done it in the first place. That's not the point. While editing, I realized I completely forgot to explain the context of this meme because of this prolonged tiredness. But basically, there was a CC2 level reject level called Dinnerware, or something like that, that was shared back during the Skype days, and I didn't get why it was a reject initially. Upon stating so, like 10 or so other Chips Challenge members commented all the water in quick succession. It was a short-lived but pretty funny moment, and is the only reason this level exists. Anyway, thank you for sticking around thus far. I really do appreciate it. It means the world to me. I hope you enjoy the rest of the video, and apologies in advance for the different tone this and the next video are going to have. Please enjoy, though. And I had no idea on what to do with Avalanche from CCLP3. I kind of regret how I used it. But I guess you can say that's water under the bridge. I might reuse this for a CC2 level. Or maybe make a new CC1 level out of it. I don't know. This is definitely one of my weaker levels in Walls of CCLP3. No, Pie Guy didn't really have awkward ones. Like, I didn't really have any problem with Roadblock, but I mean that was a really small template, so you can only make so much with it. But no, he didn't really have that many difficult templates to work with. Tricky ones for sure. Triple Maze was interesting to think about ideas for. Color Wheel was the same way. Mudslide, or Water Slide, which I made Mudslide out of. That one's probably my favorite of the Pie Guy templates I've used. But Avalanche, just, yeah, maybe this wall template should be reused. Yeah, I even alluded to it in the, in the hint. I remember I did that. Definitely should reuse it for sure. And that's nice. I have to go all the way around to go back to the exit. I'm not sure why I included extras in this. Avalanche was also one of the last templates I had to use to finish the set, and I kind of just wanted to get the set over with at that point. So that's why that is like that. Okay, well, we know where that one came from. Where is Walls of CCLP3? 14. Fuego Ironworks, level 136. Hey. That's that guy's. That's that guy down there. That's his number. The traps here are connected from left to right. There is a thief under the block in the starting room. Okay, Fuego Ironworks is a Pokemon location in the Diamond, Pearl, Platinum games. The wall template is Ice Cavern, I think it's called. And I think I did this too early. I think I jumped the gun.
Bummer.
Yeah, I definitely jumped the gun. This is also level 60 in CCLP 5. I think this did pretty well in voting. I remember it never really did poorly. Okay, we know not to do that quick, so let's see. You want to release that one and then that one. And then push this guy all the way across. Fill that in. And you're in show business. Okay, let's press that. Get that button pressed. You can just go through here and I think this room is kind of semi-busted, but not really. Because I think when I made this, I think I intended on pushing the block right here and do some loop-de-loop, push it down there, and then go back around, push it right there, and then use the pop-up wall, but you can just use the pop-up wall in the beginning. And don't have to do any kind of weird block maneuvering. Okay. So goal. Let's go through here. Collect that guy. I like this section. I think this section's really probably my favorite part of this whole level. Okay. For you to get this toggling. Okay, so I think you want to do that. So the goal is to partial post and collect the yellow key. So that's going to go in there. And then you go through here. Okay, I don't think he needs to toggle anymore. So let's just have him blow that up. Push that. Get that. and shortcut your way right back. Yeah, I've come to learn in my design career that I really like making levels where you reuse the same room as like at least two times. This room is used for 3 different things. Just finding that constant like layer on top of layer on top of layer, and it all just works. It's a really satisfying thing to do when designing these kinds of levels. Right, that was Josh.7. That finally gets another entry, and we're on to more thieves. Honor among thieves. Okay. This one I don't remember at all, so there might be a couple of attempts made on this. Funny enough, I don't think I knew about the Sly Cooper games when I made this level, or maybe I did, but I know I never played them. I think my brother is just recently getting into Sly. Okay, I kind of see what I'm going for. This was a Josh.4 level, and around that time I was really trying to make like Tyler Sontag-esque levels, and this was definitely one of them. I guess like this. That's a lot of pop-up walls for just the first block. But you do unlock new paths with this green key. And get a free chip for it too. Okay, so you get a yellow key as well. And it's probably useful somewhere else. Alright, suction boots. Yeah, the pathing is a little obvious, even after many years of not playing this level. Okay, that was pretty easy. Oh, yellow key just gets me the last chip. And I need that to get the third block. Okay, yeah, this path is kind of the same as the other one. Not just kind of, it is the exact same. Okay, so I lose these. Get the fire boots. So I didn't even need that pop-up wall. Oh yeah, I remember. Yeah, I think that third phase is a little redundant. But I tried, you know. I was stepping in the right direction with level design. Yeah, there's a way to get out and see a hint in the corner. There is honor among thieves, but none among gamblers. Okay, that's honor among thieves. Pretty cool to play again. It's I find it fascinating how you just to see the difference I make now compared to this is pretty interesting. Because if I made this today, every path for a block would have been completely different. I think at the time I think after playing this, I've kind of learned my takeaway from it is I was trying to kind of like how I did the Fuego Ironwork thing, how it was, layer of layer of layer in the same section. I was trying that here, and I didn't really do that good of a job with it. So I definitely struggled with layering puzzles on top of each other at the time I made this, but to see that I can do it now is pretty cool. That was pretty nice to catch. Yeah, it is funny how it came right after. That's pretty crazy. To have an immediate comparison like that, that's pretty cool. Alright, Insect Aftermath. This is... Oh, I forgot to count... I forgot to count that level. That was Joshua 4. Alright, Insect Aftermath is a maze. And I think I used the wall template of Blue Forest Fire. I just turned all the real blue walls into real walls. I think that's what I did. Because I kind of get that vibe with the outer pattern. I gotta say, I kind of like mazes like this. But I know mazes are kind of they're kind of becoming ancient history in the community. A lot of people don't care for mazes these days, which is such a shame because I feel like Chip's Challenge is a combination of several different games into one. You have your mazes, you have your item swappers, your Sokobands, of course. And then you have like race against the monster kind of level. It's such a versatile game that I think that's why I've never got bored. Like most people grow out of video games. Or a particular video game they grow out of. I never grew out of Chip's Challenge. But I think mazes are pretty freaking cool. And I see chat moving, or I saw it move a bit, but I'm hyper fixated on solving this because I don't want to add to the death counter if I can help it. That's kind of why it's there. It's to kind of encourage me not to die if I can help it. But given how many levels there are in this set, I'm just gonna flat out say I'm anticipating like 10,000 deaths across this whole series. That might be too many. That'd be funny to see how close I can get. Okay, we got all the chips. Where is the exit? Right there. Alright. Between the lines, scoring super low in CSLP5 voting was rather upsetting. The hoodie looks so comfortable. Also, hey, I didn't join literally 5 seconds. I did see that. I did see you joined like right when I was ending. Less than that. Sorry about that. I completely forgot the chip stream role existed in the Discord. That's my bad. But welcome. I'm glad you were able to catch it this time. All right, that was Joshie 6. That's, I think, one of the better ones. Call me crazy. All right, innocent bystander. Fun fact: it was originally called innocent bystander, but bystander is not a word. This is the one that good old Trevor rage baited everyone on. Well, I don't know if it was rage bait, but
Bummer.
okay. Can I just keep this open? Yeah, we can just keep that open. That's even better. Oh, barbecue rage. Yeah, I forgot that was a thing. That's such a 2010 term. We have come a long way from that. A lot of zigzagging. Having played roughly half the set myself, I had about 1k deaths and rerun at least once on half the levels I beat. Yeah, maybe 10,000 is too much. I'm gonna guess about 2,500. That's gonna be my final guess. As long as I can keep the ratio of deaths to levels completed more than 50%, that would be fine by me. Okay, I don't know what the heck that is doing. Oh yeah, this part. I think putting that yellow key back there is really stupid. Because now I gotta go all the way back and go get it. How old was I when I was working on Joshie 2? I was like 20? God, I was 20 years old. Oh, that ball is not really nice. At least these monsters don't escape when you use green locks. Considerably easier than probably the rest of the level. Okay, I have no choice. That yellow key made me irrationally angry. Hey, speak your piece on it. I don't take any offense to it. It's an old level. I didn't know any better. Okay, I want to get the yellow key first. Okay, that is all the chips again. And that is Innocent Bystander completed in pretty good time. Didn't really struggle with it. I think the fireball part at the start is probably the hardest bit of this level. Because once you get past that and the glider section at the middle of it, it's not that bad. Just some questionable design choices as I went on. I think the top section with the green locks was cool though. Okay, let's Joshie.dat 15. Alright, Crayon Canyon. Gather items to make your way through the canyon. You'll need to use these blocks to cross the river north of you. I don't think that's true. I think you can break this level. I remember it being busted somehow. Let's see if I can remember. Fun fact, I took this level, so I was remaking some Joshie 5 levels, and I was intending on remaking this one, and I kind of sort of did, but it's not the same level. It actually turned to a pretty difficult level, and it is called, what did I name that one? Color palette something? Chasm, I think it's called. Oh yeah, you can just nail and move on with your life. Do I want to keep going? No. Honestly, I don't care that this is busted. I think it's a silly level. I can get a yellow key though. That might come in handy. I'm gonna hold on to it. I don't think you need it for that. Wait, if you were 20 making Joshie 3, you gotta be over 30 now. Yeah, I'm 34. I turned 34 about 3 months ago. And thus have become much more wiser. A wiser Joshie. Alright, that level was that was a pretty lame level. I'm looking forward to playing the recreation of it, though. That's a very good recreation.